4:45 to open this half, and Willis takes it inside, and the foul is called on Michael Jordan.
I think also that Mike Fratello is probably going to want to see his team execute better offensively, move the ball a little bit more, not try to resort to that one-on-one game that they fell into that trap in the first half. And that time they ran a play and they took the option. The play was for Whitman to come off the double screen. He came off the screen, and Willis stepped right inside, and Dominique made the good pass into Willis.
Kevin Willis, of course, out of Michigan State University.
Worked real hard on his game in the offseason, played in the LA Pro League, and did a lot of moves working on learning to go to his left a little bit more, handling the basketball. Very dedicated young man, but very short arms for a 7-footer.
Willis with only 5 in the first half. Jordan sees the open man. It's Oakley. Misses from the perimeter, something he did not do early in the ball game. Spud Webb all the way, misses the left-handed layup, and now Chicago runs. Nice feed to Sellers.
Again, transition hurting them, and Michael Jordan made that play. He made Spud change his shot, but that could have been a big turning point for the Hawks as far as an emotional standpoint if they could have scored off of that break. As it turns out, Chicago winds up getting a dunk shot.
So now Atlanta in the half-court game, something Chicago wants them to have to be in. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And now they've got Wilkins in now three-point territory with 3 seconds. Rattles out.
That's not good offensive execution there.
Jordan's isolated. Only momentarily gets it to Sellers. Shot clock to 10 for Chicago. Trying to get a 2-man game with Paxson and Jordan, and Paxson just fires for a 3-pointer. Just a 1-man game.
And that's because Spud Webb was worried about going back down into double team on Michael Jordan. He left Paxson wide open.
Whitman off the screen.
Boy, do they need that.
Whitman can, as so many NBA fans have seen, can light it up over a streak. He can really get going if he can get off of the screens, and that's his first basket. Good defense. Gilmore in the paint. Nice move around Tree Rollins, draws the foul from Rollins.
And it cost you dearly. And that time, Tree, who does not normally leave his feet because he's an excellent shot blocker, was drawn off guard by Artis on the good ball fake.
Artis with 7 points as he misses the free throw. And Rollins now has played 45 minutes in 2.5 games for the Atlanta Hawks and has yet to score in the season. Koncak tried to get past Gilmore, drew the foul.
Now, he has an advantage against Artis out there on the court. He is much quicker than Artis, and that's a good idea to try and take Artis to the hole.
And as we talked to Mike Fratello today, he said he wanted to get Koncak to front the basket from a greater distance a little more this year.
Well, he has the ability to be able to do it, especially against a player like Artis, who does not have that great of mobility, especially his lateral movement.
Koncak from SMU. John Koncak. You see, if you're a regular viewer of the NBA, an entirely different jaw for John Koncak. He went extensive jaw surgery this year. That jaw caused nerve problems, chewing problems, etc., and it has restructured his face, and he said he likes his look better today.
Well, I'll tell you, it's important to like yourself to be successful in anything you do in life, Bob.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Gilmore's left-handed hook won't go, but there's a foul. That's on Dominique Wilkins. This program authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. And Gilmore, going to the free throw line for the 3rd time in this half, has 8. 11 years in the NBA for Artis. This is his 17th pro year. You played against him in the ABA when he was with Kentucky.
He was an awesome shot blocker. He was incredible. I saw him blocking jump shots from the corner on guys. With so many goaltending calls against him, he stopped doing it.
Koncak. Gilmore playing the good defense this time on the youngster. Spud Webb. Missing badly. Oakley rebounding.
Spud was drifting that time. Tough shot to shoot when you're drifting.
7th rebound of the game for Oakley. Clearly among the NBA's elite in the rebounding department.
Well, clearly among the NBA's elite, period.
You bet. And he's getting more shot opportunities this year. Koncak steals from Jordan. Wilkins great moves and got the loose ball for the jam. 19 for Dominique Wilkins.
Well, that starts to bring the crowd back to life a little bit. Still a long way to go for them.
Bulls by 19. This Omni is sold out tonight. 16,400. Shot clock to 7. Now it's all Jordan. 4, 3 for 3. Michael Jordan. Nothing needs to be said about that except Michael Jordan. Wilkins isolated now from 18.
You see, he hit that shot and he should have never got it off. He dropped his foot back, and the defensive man should have bellied right up to him and made him turn his back, and there's no way he could have shot the ball. It's amazing how many players in this league do that and get away with it offensively.
Jordan with 17 points. Wilkins with 21 in that one-on-one battle. There's a power move to the hoop, and it's blocked by Concat. Hawks running. They've got the numbers. Webb goes down. He's playing with a groin pull on the left side. When you see a lower shot of his body, you'll see the tape on his left leg. And we've got timeout Chicago. Bulls 75, Hawks 55, 7:51 to go, quarter number 3.
Now, if we stop it right there, if Brad Sellers right now moved right up on Dominique and bellied up to him, Dominique has got to turn his back. He doesn't do it. Now watch what happens. He stays there. Dominique plays games, brings it up, takes a jump shot. That's just not good defense.
Brad Sellers has to be an important contributor to the Chicago Bulls at the quick forward. He has got a lot of talent, runs well, scores well, etc. But I know that you've even talked with him some around the court about that defense. That's just a learning situation for a young guy.
You're so worried about Wilkins. He's so quick. But when he's got his foot back there, all you do is attack him on the right side. He has nowhere to go because he's already established the pivot foot. He's really hurt his own game, but he got away with it.
Dominique wide open over Gilmore. Misses this time, Oakley. Gilmore still a dominating presence despite the fact it's his 17th year in the pros.
Well, 7'2" and weigh about 250 or 60. You make yourself known.
20-point Bulls lead. Third quarter action from Atlanta. Jordan just inside three-point territory. This is controlled by Willis. And Oakley, it's lost out of bounds. It belongs to Atlanta. Oakley had it, but he was in the wrong physical position. Spud Webb very quickly past the 7-2. Gilmore draws the foul from Artis.
Well, Spud doing everything he can to try and get the tempo of this game picked up in the Hawks' favor, but the Hawks still not really being able to get that fast break in high gear.
Most people didn't think Spud Webb could make it in the NBA, and now all of a sudden the Washington Bullets have a player who's shorter than Spud. 5'3" Tyrone Bogues.
Who's been doing a good job for them.
Bulls by 18. Bulls have their starting lineup in there. Paxson and Jordan at the guards. Sellers and Oakley. Gilmore. Brad Sellers. Oakley and Concat get a jump ball call. It wasn't tied up very long before the whistle.
I tell you what, though, Bob, I like the fact that he went to the basket. I don't care if he missed a shot. If I was the coach, I'd pat him on the back and say, Brad, way to go.
The Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, 18,400 plus for the sellout to see Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, but instead they've seen a well-balanced Chicago team take an 18-point lead over the Atlanta Hawks. Chicago ball. Jordan didn't have anything to do with it and could only find Oakley, who couldn't control.
But what Oakley was doing is he saw Michael go up. He thought he was going to shoot, and doing what he does best. He was crashing the offensive boards.
Atlanta can cut the 18-point lead to 16 on this possession.
Again, he should close in on him. He's got that foot back.
He doesn't, and we get the spin move out of Dominique Wilkins. Missed the shot badly. Atlanta back quickly this time. 4 players back versus 3 for Chicago on the break, and the Bulls set up the half-court offense. Paxson hit the top of the backboard, and its violation belongs to Atlanta. Some scores around the league, as Rick reported earlier. Indiana defeating Detroit 121 to 118. And at the half, Milwaukee leading Washington. That's being played in Wisconsin. Lakers leading San Antonio in the second quarter.
High-scoring game for the second period.
But Webb got the foul from Paxson.
And a smart play by making sure he threw it up to the basket, so he goes to the free throw line. Had he not...
Speaking of San Antonio, I guess everybody in the world knows that David Robinson has signed with the San Antonio Spurs, and he's getting a couple of $1 million this first year, even though Robinson's remaining in the Navy and remaining an amateur. The bonus for that and the money is going into a trust fund.
All right, the Amateur Basketball Association will administer that and take care of it for him.
But he knows where it is.
Well, you have to congratulate the Spurs. Whatever they did, they got him to sign, and that's a real feather in their cap.
16-point Bulls lead. Crowd back into the game. Jordan hits the basket, but it won't count as we have an illegal defense called against Atlanta.
And that's going to be a technical foul, so Mike actually should be happy because now it's 1 point, although they still get the ball. But if they stop him from scoring when they get the ball back in bounds, he's actually gained the point because Michael had hit that jump shot.
Official Dan Crawford made the call and decided that the illegal defense happened before the shot by Jordan. Sellers, excellent free throw shooter, which is why he takes the technicals.
Mike trying to find out what the call was, who the call was on. I'll tell you one thing about David Robinson signing. I guess he didn't really make much difference when you get up to $26 to $30 million. Doesn't matter that he might have made about $50 million had he not signed. But he's happy. The Spurs are happy, and it's going to be tough to go to Texas in a few years when he's down there. That Texas Triangle is liable to make a few people disappear.
Great feed for Z, and Jordan missed the trick shot. Hawks can pull. Within 16 again if they get it to fall, but they don't.
His quick still does not work for them. They
Oakley
cannot convert.
All over the rebounds. Paxson sees a relaxed Atlanta defense, splits the seam for the left-handed layup. Oakley, by the way, has 12 rebounds. We were talking about that defensive rebound a moment ago.
He had 21 the other night.
Spud Webb on the drive. Offensive foul, as Oakley had already squared up and had his position before he picked up the dribble. John Battle checking back into the game. John started the game at point guard tonight. Mike Fratello felt confident with Battle replacing Doc Rivers, since he had to replace Rivers with the sore gums and ankle, but Battle did not respond and has not played very much. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan for three. Corzine with a rebound. New shot clock.
Didn't even have to jump. Where are the Hawks on the rebounding? They can't get anything going right for them here tonight.
Konkak, Willis, good rebounders, but that's the only beef Atlanta has in there is they're playing three guards right now. Shot clock to 6, 5. Illegal oh, excuse me, 3 seconds. Check it, 3 seconds. On Chicago, it'll be Atlanta ball.
And it's on Michael Jordan, who was down low trying to sneak around and get good position.
Bulls by 19. We have 4:36 to go in the third quarter. The Hawks trying to battle back in, but without much success so far.
Is that because John battled the wagon? They need Battle to play well right now.
Kevin Willis from the perimeter. He scores. Kevin now with 9 points in the game. Wilkins has 21, and Jordan only 17, but he's got a lot of assists and played some great defense. Jordan has had himself a fine, balanced game tonight.
And the Hawks need a good defensive effort the next few times down the court.
Sellers missing from the perimeter. Now Battle running. Livingston. He's fouled.
Notice, Bob, even though the Hawks are still pushing it and they're making good attempts to get it up the court as Sedale 3 comes into the ball game, they have not been able to really get those easy break opportunities. Even on that one, they had to take a very difficult shot, and we're fortunate to come away with 2 free throws. Bulls doing a great job of getting back.
Battle playing 3 now. 78-63, Bulls by 15. They had led by 20. A hold on John Battle. Basket would not have counted. That's only the second team foul on the Hawks.
And now, unless Mike Fratello wanted them to be pushing Sedale to the right side, he should have been overplaying his right side and forced Sedale to come back to his left as Scottie Pippen re-enters for Chicago.
Pippen played 12 minutes in the first half. Doug Collins said he wanted about 20, 24 minutes from Pippen. Jordan, long range, has 19 now.